I wanna hear your thoughts. I wanna hear your sound. And mama always told me to shout and speak my mind out loud. Come on and talk when you got the time. Freedom, want you on the line. We wanna hear from you. You got it going. Let your voice shine. Platform yours is not just mine. We wanna hear from you. You got it going. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. You're gonna shine. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. You're gonna shine.
The song you just heard was Talk to Me, the Freedom Savage podcast theme song. You can listen to the full version of this song wherever you listen to music. Don't forget to check out 741 Quarantine Studio Remix featuring Quay and Douglas's new mixtape, Freedom Savage, the mixtape. The links to all songs will be under this video in the description below.
Hey y'all! So we are in our segment Freedom Fun. I have a very special guest with me here today. You guys already know her because the girl is iconic and she's really put her foot down as just an overall great presence and energy on this podcast. Please shout out to my girl, Lele. Me and Lele are going to be asking each other questions for this little segment. I know you guys really enjoyed her interview that she did for me. We were just so inspired and so moved by that episode that we really wanted to tap back into each other on this platform and really just get the chance to, get in each other's heads more again. And she's been doing a lot of great stuff with her life, so I cannot wait to ask her questions. We both have 8 questions for each other. I hope you guys enjoy this segment. Lele, you can start.
Hello, everyone. So the first question is, do you have any musical inspirations?
Yes. If you know me, and I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face, I'm inspired by many artists. My 3 biggest musical inspirations are Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj. If you're my friend, you know that. If you're family, you know that. Like, if you know me, I've mentioned one of those 3 or all of them to you. There are plenty of other artists that I listen to and love as well. I love the out of Melanie Martinez and Kehlani. They are also big and up there with them. SZA, Doja Cat. These are like women that really have inspired me and have encouraged me to continue music. Beyonce being my literal first introduction to music. When I was a baby, I would cry if I didn't hear her songs. And you guys will see with like future projects, like their inspiration.
Do you feel that they have a specific reason for being your inspirations?
So Beyonce was kind of like my introduction to music. Rihanna, but she's one of those artists where you could like turn on a song, you automatically know it's her. And Rihanna just makes anything sound good. Beyonce too. I just feel like as a person, we relate because we're both the same sign. We're both Pisces. My birthday is 6 days after hers. She's also West Indian. Her and my mama are from Barbados. The music, it's just like, I've always felt like I had this personal connection with Rihanna. I never was too much into rap, but Nicki, she was my door to hip hop. My sister and her friends back during like the MySpace days, rapping a lot of her freestyles and just like a lot of her mixtapes. That's actually how I came on to her. I just love that feeling of being a barb, like knowing her verses. Like Nicki always made rap fun and always this innovative spirit to hip hop. She just herself is iconic. Kehlani, there was a time where I actually was thinking about giving up on music because being that the industry started to kind of like, the industry right now is kind of like a lot. You know what I mean? Like the industry right now.
Definitely.
As rap started to kind of like become more of the forefront, it kind of felt like the other genres died down. So there was a moment in time where I didn't feel like I had a place in music. Like nobody would want to hear my songs. Nobody would want to hear me sing. When I was like a preteen, I thought about giving up on it, but it was listening to Kehlani's music gave me the ability to say, wait, this is a phenomenal artist who makes music because she wants to, makes it sound the way she wants to, regardless of anything that's trending. Kehlani writes from her heart and she makes music from her heart and she writes how she feels. And there is a worldwide community of people that love her. So why can't I not not have the same? Why can I not do the same? Literally listening to her first album, Sweet Sexy Savage, not to mention her mixtapes that she dropped before that, gave me the confidence to write again. Like after listening to that album, I wrote like 10 new songs around that time period. She took me out of writer's block. She gave me that confidence to still pursue my career. Musically, she saved me. Melanie, in so many ways too. You know, Melanie also doesn't follow trends. She, to me, is still carrying a concept and world building around your music. We still have some that are like Victoria Monet, Beyonce, you know, stuff like that. Melanie is one of those artists that's bringing fun and, like I said, just being innovative, just being a creator, just being a trendsetter. And Melanie and Kehlani, I felt like they are like my musical, like my literal musical EKG. Like I always tune into them whenever I want to self-reflect as an artist. Whenever I want to pick up a mirror and look at myself and look at what I could do better as an artist, I turn to them.
I definitely understand what you're saying. It's very important to be comfortable in your difference in these industries because you can really get caught up and look the same as other people.
Yeah, you get caught up in the trends and you get caught up in the popularity. And I'm really not a big fan of that. I can understand hopping on something because it's cute, you know, hey, people gonna vibe to this because this is what's popping. At the same time, you need to, even if you're gonna do the trends, incorporate what makes you different from other artists in that trend.
Yes.
We need artists that can stand out and be unique. Doechii is a phenomenal, she's an icon. Doechii is an icon. She's another one. There's a distinct vibe and just overall essence that Doechii has that immediately separates her from so many female rap artists.
That definitely answers like 3 of my questions, but I'm still going to ask them. Do you feel that you have a specific crowd that your music appeals to?
I feel like as artists, we are always taught to like know our crowd. Being that I'm still growing as an artist, I don't know if like my crowd is like established yet, but I would assume if you're a pop lover or just an overall music lover in general, you would like my music. Let's talk about it.
Clock it. Do you plan on releasing more music soon?
Yes, I do. I don't want to speak too soon about exactly what I want to do.
Which is totally fine. You know, surprise them. Don't let them know your next move.
This summer was a very innovative summer for me. I wrote so much. And in the last couple of months, I felt like I put together and am still making the instrumentals too, but I felt like I've written some of my best work that really showcases how I'm feeling right now, who I am as a person right now in my life. Songs about my vulnerability and stuff that probably friends know about, like y'all, but I haven't shared it with the world. This is stuff that I never even felt like I had the confidence to say. I do plan on releasing way more songs. It's really just a matter of money. Money is the only thing that's really like just slowing down the process. You're definitely going to get this vibe of like, wow, he's really not only finding his sound, but growing vocally and just putting his foot down as a human being.
Your authenticity, showing up for yourself, being yourself. Yeah. That's very exciting. I know that's right.
Come on. But thinking about you, you gonna always know what's right.
Hello. So you recently dropped a mixtape. What is your personal favorite on your newest mixtape? And what do you feel like is a supporter's favorite?
The song that I love the most and still listen to the most still this day, like I put it on all of my playlists, Have My Back. The reason why is because Have My Back is the heart of my mixtape. It's actually why I even wanted to make a mixtape. Have My Back expresses my yearning for companionship. One thing that I've actually always been confused about was figuring out my love life and not having what I want. And the fact that I'm even feeling this way, it comes from trauma. That song is just so raw because I wanted to write a vulnerable song for so long. And last year, that song just came out of me. If you really listen to the lyrics of Have My Back, I'm laying all my cards on the table with that song. To me, it's just so powerful. Like Have My Back is my favorite. My personal favorite. I feel what everybody else's favorite is. I think it's between 2 songs. My little remix I did on Lana Del Rey's song Cinnamon Girl. I think that's everybody's favorite. It also was the first single from the mixtape, and it got a lot of good reception when it dropped. Shout out to everybody that supports my music. I feel like that song is a top for everybody. And Somewhere Out There. Somewhere Out There is also another vulnerable song that's in connection to my complicated relationship with having a love life. It was inspired by some stuff that I've endured back when I was in middle school. I think the track just came out so beautifully. I think Somewhere Out There and Cinnamon Girl Remix are like everybody's tops from the album, from the mixtape for sure.
Yes, mine is definitely Cinnamon Girl.
Let's
definitely. It was
you
so
like little vulnerable
yes.
bag. Come on.
It was like, okay, to see you come out your shell and really like express yourself in that manner, the music video, everything, it all came together.
Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to also add something. That song in a way was kind of like my homage to Nicki. Back in Nicki's mixtape days, she used to do remix to songs. Sometimes it will be a thing where she'll just literally freestyle over the entire beat, but sometimes she'll still have like the regular artist sing the song. She'll just insert herself in the song and would actually think it's an official remix that the artists themselves put out featuring her. I kind of did the same thing. You know, it was like my way of kind of doing what Nicki did. And I didn't even know that I did this until like, you know, I really looked back on it like, wow, this is kind of what Nicki used to do, you know, just like hop on the record, still have like the chorus and stuff of the original song play, but she still added her essence in there.
Very smart.
That's basically what I did with Cinnamon Girl, and I wanted to add that.
First of all, Nicki is very creative for that. Next question is, because you call your supporters savages, right? Mm-hmm. What does it mean to be a savage in regards to Freedom Savage?
I'm still growing as an overall artist. So if my fans want to refer to themselves as something else in the future, I'm perfectly down with that. Like I definitely see myself doing a poll and like just keeping updated with what my fans want to refer to themselves as. But as of right now, I kind of felt like it just made sense being that, you know, my alter ego's Freedom Savage. I think that I have and will kind of continue to redefine what it means to be a savage because, you know, being a savage is commonly associated with being like a bad person. But when I mean to be a savage, I mean to be free. I mean for you to step into your element and be authentically yourself. To me, that's savage. You're confident, you're unapologetic, you're you. You're you. It really just means to be you in the best way possible, whatever makes you happy.
That's actually really great. Everybody should want to be a savage. To be very honest.
I don't even feel like I did this. I feel like our generation kind of redefined what it means to be a savage. Be more of the great, iconic, beautiful person you already are. That's savage to me. And Freedom Savage means to be savagely free.
Savagely you.
Savagely you. You have the freedom to do so. I felt like I've always had this vibe about me and this charisma about me since I was a baby. The story really starts from young. I really think that being a savage also means to heal yourself and work on yourself and discover things about yourself and reflect on yourself. And one big way that I do that is by taking care of my inner child. When I do music, when I do my YouTube, it's my way of taking care of my inner child. This is stuff that I wanted to do and have been doing since I was a little kid. Nothing's changed about me from the time I was 4 years old to now. I am still the exact same Douglas with the exact same passion and love for music. I'm just more evolved.
And you don't let nobody deter what you feel in your heart is right for you.
It's definitely about learning to use your gut. And this is stuff that I recently, because, you know, originally I didn't really know what Freedom Savage meant. So this was stuff that I am still discovering. This is an ongoing thing. Everything I said is not written in stone. There's way more to be added along my musical journey.
Do you have any tips for people who want to pursue music or content creation but are scared?
It's so weird because I remember getting asked this question by somebody or in just like talking to people that have told me like, I wanted to do music, but I was just a little too scared. I never really knew what to say, honestly, because I never was scared. I was one of those people that knew from young, this is what I wanted to do. So it's natural for me to just want to grab a mic You get what I mean? Like it's really second nature. There was never fear that overpowered me when it came to this because it's really just an instinct for me to want to sing and share that. I feel like the best way for you to, I guess, overcome your fears is one, acknowledge them, acknowledge that they're there. And I guess like find reasons to why you're afraid, like really just start to like dissect your fear itself and see what you could do to work that out. That way you will have the confidence to pursue a career. But I feel like if it's in your heart, you will already have that drive, you know?
You just need motivation.
Just need that motivation.
I definitely agree. I feel like all your answers were 100% agreeable. They definitely made sense. It definitely resonated with you. And it definitely was very understandable for other people to be like, okay.
I hope so.
It definitely gave a different glimpse of what your music looks like, the reasoning behind it. It definitely gave it.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. The Freedom Savage podcast will be right back. Did somebody call for the Don Dada? For all my New Yorkers out there that need their hair did, my girl Lele does weaves, braids, locks, ponytails, and natural hairstyles. You don't even need to leave the comforts of wherever you at. She'll come straight to you. DM Lele on Instagram at dream.styles1 to discuss pricing and all other inquiries.
Welcome back to the Freedom Savage podcast.
You have a business. The link to her website and Instagram page will be in the description below. You are a professional hairstylist. What made you fall in love with doing hair in the first place? Where did it all start for you?
To be very honest, I just wanted to learn how to do my own hair. And I was just like, I just need to learn how to do my own hair. That was it. I'm like, I can't keep spending my money getting my hair done. I need to learn how to do my own hair. So during COVID, I took the time to do my own hair. Before that, I was actually, getting my hair done. I love to get my hair done. It's one thing I love to do. I love cosmetics, beauty products, get my hair done, lip glosses, perfumes, lashes, anything girly I love. So I took the time to try to learn how to do my own hair. I was in college for about a month and I'm like, this is not what I want to do. I was in there to open a business, to open up basically a hair salon, but I needed my cosmetology license in all reality to open a hair salon. So I pursued cosmetology school and I was like, I actually like this. I worked at hair salons. Now I'm on my own and it's actually very good. It's very therapeutic. It just resonates with me. It feels like I'm expressing my creativity through hair and it feels like I'm helping others through hair.
You find therapy in doing hair?
I definitely do. But sometimes it can get hard when you're doing hair, but you're working for others in a salon. It's different from when you're doing hair and you're on your own. It's a different feeling. For me, at least. For other people, it might be the same feeling, but for me, at least, it's a different feeling.
What's your relationship with doing your own hair compared to doing clients' hair?
Oh, no, I don't want to do my own hair anymore. I used to do my own hair, and then it came to a point where it was like, okay, like I was speaking to my uncle, and I was like, my hair's never done. My uncle said, a car mechanic doesn't fix his own car. His car is normally beat up while he's fixing everybody else's car. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. And as a hairstylist, you need to put effort into your look. If you're going to put effort into your look, invest in your look, invest in your brand, invest in yourself because you are your brand. So I no longer do my own hair. Moral of the story.
Wow. Like he kind of inspired you to say, hey, look, I know where to apply certain things.
Yes. And definitely invest in your look. Don't take no shortcuts. Do what you need to do for you. You are your brand. Nobody is going to look at your hair and say, oh, that looks like she does hair. You need to make sure everything is to a T.
What are some mistakes that you have made with your whole hair journey? Because my girlies do have her licenses and all of the things.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
I know that you are still working on getting several other certificates and stuff that you want to, just like acquire for yourself. And I, like I said, I just congratulate you and everything that you're doing. I feel like we live in a world now where people just feel like if they get popular from doing something online or, oh, the girlies just learned this little YouTube video. So now they feel like they're the best, thing on the planet. You actually said, no, let me start from scratch. Let me go to school. Let me get my licenses. Let me get the things. Let me do the things because I want to be an actual, like, verified professional, somebody you could trust in and know that I'm going to give you great business and just overall service. And I just want to commend you for that, because a lot of girls your age are not doing that.
And you know what? Thank you very much. And at first, going into school, I was like, I'm not taking that test. Why would I take that test? I'm just going to stick to my temporary license and move on. But it was like, I didn't do all this time in school to not take the test to get my permanent license. So take that test, get your license, do what you have to do for you.
For sure. You're just phenomenal, just for the fact that you have this thing about yourself where like your intuition. And I think that actually leads me into my next question. Throughout being your friend, I've noticed in the last couple of years as you've gotten older that you've been listening to your intuition more. And I've never seen somebody that's so tapped in. Like, you know, throughout our lives, we're always told, listen to your gut because it's what's going to guide you. But you really, really do it. There's something about you where you always listen to yourself. You have that vibe about you. I don't know what it is, but you always have a constant habit of being able to literally talk with yourself.
And you know, it's so funny. Recently, I've been feeling like I am one with myself. You know, sometimes it can feel like you're not. And recently, I've been feeling like I'm one with myself. I definitely agree. Let me tell you guys something. 2 years ago, me and Douglas were supposed to do this podcast, asking me questions. I couldn't even get through the podcast. I was like, these questions are too deep. Don't ask me deep questions. Douglas was like, hey, you seem a little off. I couldn't even get through the podcast because I was so uncomfortable with myself and being open and vulnerable to other people about the things I was going through. But now I'm in a place where if you don't share your story, you don't share these things, how are other people going to know? Sure. You have to trust yourself, you know, share, don't be scared, live your life. And I'm very glad that you brought it to my attention because it lets me know that I am doing something right.
You are. You definitely are. With that being said, you are growing as a person, right? Have there been any mistakes that you've made in the past, specifically with your business, that you've learned from and now have changed for the better?
Definitely content creation. I like my Instagram to look a certain way, so I take down videos that I did or stuff like that. And scared to post, I didn't want to create a website, you know, taking the cheap way out, not investing in myself. I had to cut all of that out. How will people see your work if you're scared to post? You have to show your creativity and your gifts and your talents that you've been blessed with.
First of all, you've spoken to me about the whole content creation business, and I'm glad that you're kind of tapping into that. I feel like the key is consistency. Keep doing it. Don't worry about views. Don't worry about none of that. All of that is going to come into fruition and grow with time. It's really just about making sure that you assure yourself that you have a place online. Whatever you have, whatever you want to share it. That's really like, to me, like the only thing. It's really just to do it. Once you do it, you're going to feel so much more in your element with it.
Mm-hmm. It'll touch its audience.
Your sister, Claudia, shout out to Claudia.
Woo!
Y'all have several other siblings, and shout out to all of y'all other siblings. You and her are really, really close. Do you feel like she's also played a role in your overall journey just to becoming like the woman you are, not just as a hairstylist, but as a person?
Definitely. I definitely think that Claudia was more in touch with herself than I was. People in my family were more in touch with themselves. So you have to go to someone who's more in touch with themselves to know how you can get more in touch with yourselves. Sometimes take what you want, leave what you don't.
Shout out to Mr. King. What role has your dad played in inspiring you to become the strong, independent businesswoman that you are?
The same thing. He's very in touch with himself, very in touch with himself. So if you come to him acting like you don't know yourself, it's like, what do you mean? You have to know who you are. He was a business owner, so he knows the ins and outs of the business. It kind of feels like I have like a gateway. But at the same time, I don't, because I have to do the work for me. But I have someone who had experience.
Yeah, like you've seen firsthand how it's done.
Yeah. Even when it came to my birthday, making the pajamas, you know, it's like, okay, like he created my friend's birthday outfit. It was like, you see how someone is able to release their creativity through this work.
Advice to future hairstylists. What do you say to the girlies that want to do hair and really want to pursue a career in cosmetology?
Get your license. That's one. Without your license, yes, you're good. But certifications make more qualifications. So get that license, know your niche, know what you can do, what you can't do, what you will not do. Don't lowball yourself, charge what you're worth. Even if you're just starting out, okay, charge a little cute, but make sure you charge what you're worth, because a lot of people will try to get one up. A friend is not a client. A client can be a friend, but sometimes a friend is not a client.
You got to know the boundaries of what to put around certain people. Yeah, for sure.
And not all your friends are business partners. Just because all of you guys do hair doesn't mean you guys all have to be business partners. Make sure you balance your hair life, your school life, your outside life. Don't neglect your own personal needs. Make sure you have all of this lined up. Do your content, put yourself out there, conversate with other hairstylists, make other business partners that you don't know, so you're able to branch out, meet new people, and live your life for you.
We didn't go into this knowing what questions we were going to ask each other, but what I love about your answer was it seems like it's something you were already thinking about. I felt like you knew that if you was ever prompted with this question, you know what to do because you've been through this and this is what you learned.
I did. I definitely did. This is like going to be my favorite question. I already know it.
I know that the legacy I want to leave on people is to prioritize your happiness, to be happy.
I know that's right. Amen. It's so hard to be happy.
It really is, especially if you live a life or have talents in a field that causes you to be very busy. And it's so easy to lose touch with yourself, like music and entertainment. It'll go on a back burner, but it's ever so needed. Mental health.
And you can lose yourself in anything, relationships, friendships.
Anything, literally anything. But what is the legacy that you want to leave?
This is going to sound very vague, but love yourself, know your worth, and I just want to be an inspiration. I want people to look at me and be like, wow, I want to be like her. Like, oh my gosh, she's came so far. You know, she has all this stuff going for herself. Like, want to take notes, want to look at me and not in a jealous way.
Like you said, in an inspirational sense.
Motivational. You know?
People definitely will. I see that for you. What I love about this friend group is we promote each other. We support each other. We help.
Yes. That's my favorite thing.
Anytime I get the chance to shout you out or do anything that involves you, I will.
Thank you so much.
You already know the vibes. Catch new episodes of the Freedom Savage podcast.
There's a difference between hearing and listening. You get it.